Hey everyone, it's Joni Hollifield from Leading for Longevity. I'm out running errands trying to get things done before the crazy weekend hits. But I wanted to send this quick video message to you guys because I received an email that literally broke my heart. So first, shout out to the person that sent me the email because it takes a really big person to stand up and care in the way that you did and to actually offer viable solutions when you see that things are broken. That's not an easy thing to do. But leaders, if you are in a workplace right now where you're underperforming, it is your fault. If you're in a workplace right now where people are miserable and you're losing your top talent because people just can't take it anymore and they're so frustrated that they feel like the only out is to leave, it is your fault. We have to own performance. We have to own employee engagement. We have to own morale. And we either have to fix it or know when it's time for us to move on as leaders because we're no longer effective in that situation. I know it's a tough pill to swallow, but it's the absolute truth. People do not deserve to be miserable at work. People shouldn't really hate their jobs. Sure, work isn't going to be fun. We're there to work, right? So it's not always going to be fun. It's not always going to be laughs and giggles, but it should never be miserable. You should never be in a position where you feel like you're being stripped of your dignity, of your self-confidence, of your self-worth. And sure, we as leaders, we know that when you feel like that, the best thing to do is just to change your situation. But sometimes, in some cases, employees aren't able to easily do that. So they opt to stay and they're just really miserable. And they end up being eaten away from the inside out to a point where you have a terrible attitude and it's going to show. You are not interested in anything that anybody has to say because you're mentally checked out. But those are things that we have to recognize and that we have to do our due diligence in order to own it and then fix it. So for any leader who is currently in a toxic workplace, if you know that employees are miserable, if you know that employees are unhappy, even if they don't directly report to you, I challenge you to do something to change that situation. So even if you don't reach out to myself or my team here at Leading for Longevity, I encourage you to do your research and to reach out to someone who can help. Your workplace has so much potential. Your people have so much potential. I promise you that, but you'll never be able to tap into it if you don't take the necessary steps to first at least make people feel like they're valued and they're appreciated. All right, so I hope that message helps someone today. Go out and do something absolutely amazing.